After more than a week of flaring tempers and courtroom drama, a jury is seated tonight in the Kilpatrick corruption trial. 7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo is live downtown. And Heather, we know you've been in the courtroom for the entire process.
That's right. It was very interesting today, and for this very serious business of exercising the peremptory challenges to finally shape the makeup of this jury, the starring role today really came from the sticky note. I watched as lawyers used these little pieces of paper to write down the numbers of the jurors and pass it forward to the judge. Those are the jurors that the different sides wanted cuts. I've also learned that the defense team had a very elaborate system involving sticky notes with juror numbers written on them. They had them on the wall in their war room, and as jurors got cut from round to round, they were moving the sticky notes around. That was important because they needed to know who was getting cut and who they needed to try to keep for the jury. The jurors who are about to give up the next 4 months of their lives to decide the fate of Detroit's former mayor are finally sworn in. The legal teams exercised all of their peremptory challenges today, resulting in a very diverse jury of 12 people plus 6 alternates. Former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, his father Bernard Kilpatrick, his longtime friend Bobby Ferguson, and former Water Department boss Victor Mercado are all charged with racketeering, accused of running a criminal enterprise. After 8 days of tempers flaring among the attorneys and arduous questioning, the jury is now seated. Of the main 12 jurors, 9 are women and 3 are men. 5 of them are African American and 1 young woman is Hispanic. For the alternates, 3 are women and 3 are men. Half of the alternates are African American. The entire group features a variety of ages, ranging from retirees to a former Marine to young professionals.
I think that we were all in lockstep. I think we all worked well together, and we're happy about that.
Ferguson attorney Mike Rattay says the 4 defense teams collaborated to use the best strategy for keeping as many jurors that they wanted as they could, even though the prosecution was cutting many of their ideal jurors. After each round of challenges, all of the lawyers would meet away from the courtroom and come back with the next round of people to be cut from the jury pool.
We need someone that can throw for 5,000 yards. I know that.
Rattay says it's a bit like a fantasy football draft. You need a plan B when the other side cuts the juror you wanted for your clients.
Do we think that we have a perfect jury? There's no such thing. Okay, but do we think we have a decent jury? I would say, it's as good as it's going to get.
Of course, no one is making light of the seriousness of this case, but I think everybody kind of had a collective sigh of relief today once the jury was finally chosen and they were finally sworn in after all of the drama of the last few weeks. So everybody was kind of lightening up a little bit. The jurors seemed to be bonding a little bit. They were laughing and talking with the judge, which is probably a good sign because they're going to be spending an awful lot of time together over the next 4 months. Reporting live at the federal courthouse in downtown Detroit, I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.